Back in March, I wanted to get into the game of writing articles and reviews about the media production industry. While mulling over the idea, wearing a crusty 10-year-old pair of Beyerdynamic DT-770 Pros, I stumbled on an announcement by the audio company Rode for a new headset, the NTH-100M. I knew I needed a new pair of headphones. Sorry to everyone who had to wear those Beyerdynamics on jobs with me. And I wanted to do a write-up on them. Is the audio any good? How is that microphone? And here we are. When I first read that announcement, I thought, it's about time an audio company release a headset with a broadcast-grade microphone. It boggles my mind that it took this long for audio companies to realize they could stick one of the lavalier mics onto a headset and make a profit. When I think of headsets, I think of universally bad microphone quality. And I know because I've tried quite a few in the process of making a podcast and running a production company. But does this headset live up to the broadcast-grade quality on the packaging? And how about durability? Headphones in the field go through a lot, and they say it's for professionals, so we'll see about that. Let's start by looking at what you get in the box. You get the headphones inside a Rode-branded bag. You get the mic boom arm. You get an 8-foot TRS cable, a 3.5mm to 1/4 inch adapter, which I'll add to the drawer, and some color ID bands for accessorizing. Oh, and there's a tiny rubber seal piece that goes into the right headphone socket when the mic is not plugged in. Rode says this balances out the frequency response of the headphones that would be off if the socket were left open to the air. Also, there's dust that'll get in, but good luck not losing that. With the headphones out of the bag and in my hands, I like the feel of them. They're on the heavy end at 400 grams. The cushions are soft. They're made from a polyester and polyurethane blend called Alcantara. This textile is used on car seats, steering wheels, and actually on the top end Sennheiser HD800s. It's very durable. The headpiece and ear cushions are made of this on the outside and a trademarked Cooltech gel on the inside. There's a steel band running through the headset. The rest of it is plastic. The headset does not feel cheap, but at least on first impressions, does not feel like it would withstand a drop. The plastic joints, the plastic hinges, and the plastic socket for the TRS cable all feel like they could fail in some way, an impression that I never had with the Beyerdynamic DT-770 Pros or the Sony MDR-7506s. You also get Braille for the left and right, and big L and R letters on the insides of the ear cushions. That's great. I don't like it when headsets aren't clear about left and right earpieces. Just make it big and visible so we're not flipping headphones around. There's a cable socket on the bottom of each earpiece. The TRS cable goes into the left socket and the microphone goes into the right socket, and they are not interchangeable despite what Rode's marketing says. Why? The mic arm is one rigid plastic piece shaped to the curve of the right side of your face. While theoretically the mic would work on the left socket because it's the same socket on the left side, you would either have to contend with a microphone curving away from your face, which is not great for audio, or wear the headphones backward, which is not comfortable. The mic arm has an omnidirectional mic on one end and a bayonet connector on the other. Plugged in, there is some ability to pivot the arm around, but not a whole lot. Placement is where you want it, though, to avoid plosives. Rode probably planned this to avoid complaints about plosives ruining their podcast interviews. More on that later. Okay, I have a big head. On every headset I've owned, I've had to prepare for disappointment about sizing. I would unbox the headset, max out the size, and place it on my head. My earlobes would be exposed and get sore after a few hours of use. These Rode headphones, no problem. I still have to max it out using their trademarked fit box, but that max size is large enough to be comfortable. The ear cushions aren't the roomiest in the world, but my ears have no problem fitting without discomfort. The rotational aspect of the fitlocks, though, is not intuitive. The arrows go both directions. I was afraid of stripping it by going the wrong direction. Looking closer at it, it appears there is some metal inside the plastic housing that contributes to its durability, but it's still not intuitive. Let's fast forward a bit. I've worn this headset for over a month. I've worn it for 10-hour editing sessions, and I've worn it on set while doing sound. It is the most comfortable headset I have worn. My ears do not hurt. My ears do not get hot. I don't get the soreness in the top of my head from other headsets. For me, they're perfect, and I'm happy to keep using these for editing for years to come. Sound quality is also great. I'm no audiophile. I'm an editor with a need for confidence when doing critical listening. Rode says the headset's 40mm dynamic drivers deliver an accurate frequency response with low distortion. Impedance is 32 ohms. I can't test headsets, but compared to other headsets I've used, these have high clarity, a large soundstage, and great sound. I'd say they are a bit warmer than the Beyerdynamic DT-770 Pros that I've been using for a long time. What else here? Rode quotes a wider than average frequency response of 5 Hz to 35 kHz. Max sound pressure is 126 decibels. Passive noise attenuation is up to 20 decibels, thanks to the closed back design. If the jargon doesn't make sense, I don't get it that much either. For my uses, they're comfortable and have a detailed sound, perfect for editing and sound recording. The microphone is no slouch either. I suspect the capsule in here is a repurposed Rode omnidirectional lavalier mic capsule because the clarity and vibrance is so similar to Rode's mics that I've used. Rode's lavalier microphones in my experience have never been as clear as other brands' mics like a COS 11D or something from DPA, but for a headset, this is fantastic. I'm recording this entire article with the headset and putting it in the post for your reference. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find the article up at feedthesensor.com. Also, consider subscribing there. I do write-ups more often than videos. Anyway, I use Auphonic AI for mixing and mastering, so here's what the microphone sounds like without any adjustments other than gain. Auphonic is not a sponsor, but I recommend them for audio correction work. You can upload single audio tracks or multi-track audio to the platform, then Auphonic's AI processes the audio for the best sound for each voice. It works on isolated dialogue, sure, but what's amazing is that you can upload mixed down tracks with music, sound effects, and dialogue, and it will process all three independently. Here's what it sounds like enabled. I used to spend 3 hours doing this mixing and it would get a mediocre result. It now takes 5 minutes and the result sounds like this. The company is Auphonic, they're pretty neat. Sound quality out of the mic on the NTH-100M is better than any headset currently out there that I've tried. Until someone puts a COS 11D on a boom arm, this mic is going to be hard to beat. I'm currently producing a podcast for a client and we've been using traditional podcast mics. I was so confident about the quality of this headset's mic that I used 2 pairs to record an episode on the podcast. I had the host and guest each use an NTH-100M for the session. It was amazing to not have to remind the talent to sit at the correct distance from the mic. Once the headsets were on, the mic was always at the right distance. 2 issues did come up. At the beginning of the recording, the guest had rotated the microphone too close to their mouth. As a result, her recording had plosives. I noticed this and asked her to rotate it away out of her talk space and the plosives went away. So I recommend, if using this for recording, to have your talent place the microphone outside of their talking space just slightly, or purchasing a small windshield for lavalier mics and perma-mounting it on the arm. The other issue that came up during the recording was the mic's connection to the headset. At the start of the call, I could not hear the guest. She said she had plugged it in, and after a few minutes troubleshooting, we found that the mic's bayonet had not been inserted all the way into the socket. The grooves in the bayonet allow the mic to lock in farther out without it fully making a connection. We thought it was plugged in, but it wasn't, so you have to watch for that. Taking a closer look, you can also see another issue: durability. See how the plastic channels are already chewed up? How is this going to last more than 3 years? If I were to fault one thing about the headset, it would be its durability. The bayonet connection on the microphone looks weak, but a new mic can be purchased. However, the socket on the headset is now replaceable. Looking right up at that socket, we can see some tiny plastic pieces that look breakable. If the headset were dropped, would these sockets be the point of failure? If purchased from an authorized retailer, the headset will come with a 1-year warranty. Purchasers can extend this to a lifetime warranty by registering the headset at warranty.rode.com. You will only find this info in the fine print. The warranty only covers factory defects. It does not cover damage caused by the user or excessive use in a commercial environment. Does that mean on productions? I don't know. The ear cushions and headband are replaceable. We'll need to contact the Rode Service Center for that. Cables are also replaceable. They have the same socket connection, unfortunately. The headset comes with a lifetime warranty, and Rode talks heavily of its durability in the marketing. But weird proprietary plastic connectors like these just give me end-of-life, planned obsolescence vibes. For use in a studio, I have no concerns about the durability. They'll be sitting in a dark room next to a keyboard for years and years. The biggest test for them will be head sweat, and luckily enough, Rode's got that covered with replaceable cushions. Travel and use in the field is where durability is more of a question. Twice daily on the morning commute, I unplug and replug the microphone and TRS cable. None of these components fit assembled inside the included bag, so you have to break it down before traveling. Those fit locks are a hassle to adjust every time I want to head to the office. I've taken to at most unplugging the cables and mic and tossing the headset into my backpack. I don't use the rubber seal when the mic is not in. It's lazy, but hey, I'm a user of this headset, and I'm sure Rode came across this behavior in their testing phase. Give it a few months and we'll probably see a hard case specifically for this, I hope. I've got my fingers crossed that it will contain the headset at least at its fully extended position. I took these headphones on the plane too. The 20 decibels of passive noise attenuation did make a small difference. Planes are loud though, so if you're doing a lot of travel, I wouldn't use these for your listening. Active noise cancelling headphones are better for that. In the field, I bet these will last as long as the sound recordist feels comfortable resting them on the handle of a C-stand. At some point, they'll fall. Unlike the ubiquitous Sony MDR7506s, I picture these landing with a harsh crack. Keep them on your neck, or in your sound bag. Or not. Over the course of recording footage of these headphones, I kept dropping them. They fell off the C-stand, off the table, onto carpet, onto wood flooring. Every time they withstood the impact, and there are no loose parts rattling around. I don't know how the headset will fare if landing on concrete, but with the handful of hard drops that left me cringing like when my phone flies out of my hand and lands perfectly flat on the floor, screen down, the headset was fine. I'm also a little perturbed by the cable texture. Rode went with a smooth, grippy cable material. I can't say that it is as durable as the shiny plastic cables of other headsets, and this feeling might be because at first glance this cable would not pass the CAT test. I had a cable made of a similar material that was truther in seconds. My other cables have chew marks but are not in pieces in the bottom of a plastic container labeled film stuff. I have several of those containers, don't you? Texture aside, the integrated strain relief on the cable is nice. You can also buy the cable in blue, orange, green, and pink, and in 4 feet and 8 feet lengths, if you've got a preference, or if your cat does. So where does this leave us? The NTH-100Ms are comfortable and have great sound quality. The included microphone is the best out there for a headset mic. I'll continue to ship out this headset to podcast guests in place of a podcast microphone kit. The balance of convenience and audio quality is that good. I don't know how long the cabling on these headphones will last. For $189, I expected a better quality locking connection. A cable or cushion can be replaced, but as soon as the sockets on the headset wear out, you're stuck with another job for gaff tape. Would I buy these again? Yes, 100%. They are the best and only headset out there right now, offering comfort, audio quality, and microphone quality in one complete package. If you like this review, please consider sending it to your friends. I also do not use affiliate links because I believe these can lead to biased content. So if you want to support my work, you can buy me a coffee from the link in the description, follow me on feedthesensor.com, or subscribe here on YouTube. Thanks for watching.